something completely different.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
It was an exciting game on the court and off the court at the American Airlines Center last night.
Several fans were ejected as the uproar continues about the Luka Doncic trade.
I'm very afraid about free speech, to be honest, because you're going to hear why the Dallas Mavericks fan got ejected. And I'm telling you, you can't just trade your best player and a top 5 player in the league and then expect fans to be happy, especially when the guy you traded for, Anthony Davis, gets hurt in the third quarter.
Fox Sports' Peyton Yeager spoke with some of those fans and has the latest on the rift between the fan base and the team. Peyton.
Yeah, they just need to move this team already. Like, you can't just get rid of a generational talent and then wonder why everyone's mad. But also, all these fans that want Nico Harrison, the GM, to be fired, or they're mad at the Mavericks, you're still paying $70 to $200 for a ticket, so you're helping them. If you actually want to protest the Mavs, don't go to games.
Hi, Steve and Heather. Yeah.
Also, how come the news can't fix this 10-second delay? Listen to this. I mean, it's not 10 seconds, but...
Hi, Steve and Heather. Yeah, security here at the AAC has been on high alert, making sure fans follow the NBA rules.
Here's the thing, though. As mad as I was that Luka Doncic got traded from the Mavericks, all these fans from the Mavericks are such losers. Like, get over it. It sucks that your guy got traded, and it's very sad, but get over it.
Now, some fans at last night's game were looking to be seen or heard by Mavs general manager Nico Harrison.
Yeah.
One fan I spoke to this afternoon.
Yeah, Nico's got a very punchable face.
Believes he did nothing wrong.
But I had intentions of going there, that we were going to try to get a fire Nico chant going at some point in the game.
Diehard Mavs fan Chris Taylor says while others might be onto healing, he's still hurt over the Luka trade.
So this guy, we're going to play the clip, but this guy was had a sign that said "Fire Nico," and he got kicked out of the game. This is censorship at its finest. You can't just get rid of your best player and then expect... It reminds me of like when a radio show gets rid of somebody and then all the fans are mad that the co-host got let go, or a TV show gets canceled. Like, people invest their time, they invest their money, they invest everything into it, and then you're just going to like erase the past?
So
this is corporate America at its finest.
With 2 minutes left in Monday's Mavs game against the Kings, Taylor started a chant while the Mavs were shooting free throws. The chant,
it was "Fire Nico,"
caught the attention of Mark Cuban, who...
Oh, shut up, Mark Cuban. Listen, I didn't vote. I don't lean on any political side, but he's such a liberal douchebag. He gets all mad about words and kind of just such a beta douche, man.
Was sitting about 20 rows in front of Taylor, seen in a video that was posted on social media Tuesday. He says Cuban told him to sit down.
How can Mark Cuban go onto that panel that we played yesterday when he's talking to Bill Gates and he made a joke about how he wasn't told about the trade and that there was a trade with Bill Gates? How can you go? Oh, geez. How can you go from that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to then him getting mad? You should be allowed to express what you feel. You just got rid of one of the best players ever.
Told him to sit down.
I pointed back at him and I said, "You sit down. You did this. This is your fault."
That's not necessarily true, bro. Mark Cuban doesn't really own the team anymore. He's more of an ambassador.
Like yelling it at the top of
So that's kind of false.
my lungs.
Do not put your hands on me. I did not violate any NBA protocol. No.
Here's the thing that all these clout chasers do, all these TikTokers and people, when they get in trouble, is they make things very dramatic. It's like the, oh my God.
No.
Taylor started filming once he was told by security to leave. At first he refused, but once Dallas police got involved, Taylor got up.
Yeah, whenever the pigs get involved is when you're really worried.
Our cameras caught Taylor and his friend, who was wearing a t-shirt with Mavs owner Miriam Adelson depicted as a clown, as they exited the arena.
There's this weird phase that sports is going through where I feel like back in the day, the owners, even though they might have been cheap, they cared a little more about the teams, but the Dallas Mavericks getting rid of Luka still doesn't make any sense to me.
Earlier in the game, a man appeared to mouth "Fire Nico" on the karaoke cam broadcasted on the Jumbotron.
Of course a team, and listen, I'm not political, but of course a team that's associated with a liberal douchebag would be easily offended. You can't just censor fans. You were such babies. It's like I know radio shows that will only allow compliments to go on air or compliments to be in the comment section. It's like, if you're not allowing free expression, get out of here.
He also brought a poster that read "Fire Nico" and was also kicked out. In a statement, the Dallas Mavericks said this fan broke a rule included in the NBA Code of Conduct, reading clothing, garments, or signs displaying explicit language, profanity, or derogatory characterization towards any person.
Well, here's the thing. There was nothing explicit about it, and there was no profanity. So I guess it goes under the room of derogatory. But literally, there's nothing... Why are we so sensitive? There's nothing wrong with what he said. It wasn't like he said, F Nico, I want to burn your house down.
In Taylor's incident, the Dallas Mavericks went on to say Taylor's friend, Garrett Bussey, was wearing a T-shirt that broke the code of conduct.
Oh, well, you messed up there.
And they were, quote, intoxicated, disruptive, and uncooperative.
I mean, everybody's intoxicated. I'd have to be drunk, too, and I don't really even drink anymore. To go to a Dallas Mavericks game without Luka?
Bussey and Taylor say they were not intoxicated. Mark Cuban sent an email to Fox 4 saying, I didn't care what he was saying. He was saying it the whole game.
At least you have fans that still want to go to the game. You literally get rid of your best player, and then you get mad that people are saying it? Have you never been to a game, Mark Cuban? Moron.
I cared that fans were booing him while we had the ball in crunch time or were shooting free throws.
This reminds me of when Kawhi Leonard, after he left the Spurs, when he was playing for the Clippers like 2 years ago, and everybody was booing him, and then what's the name of his the coach? It's drawing a blank. Why am I drawing a blank on this? San Antonio coach. Greg Popovich. Don't know why I couldn't remember that name, because he's not been memorable the last 10 years. Remember when he went on the mic and he told everybody to be quiet? You can't tell fans who are paying for your franchise what they can and cannot do. Now, if he said, F Nico, I hope your house burns down, that type of chant, then I would get it.
The time when they should be silent or cheering for the Mavs.
Again, billionaire, douche, you can't tell us what to do.
I have not used foul language one time. We were there as fans cheering the Mavs on to win the game. But at the same time, I'm also going to voice my opinion on what else has been happening.
Sounds like things are going really well in Dallas. Again, how come the news doesn't fix this 5 seconds of dead air? I mean, I don't mind looking at this reporter, but...
And new tonight, Steve and Heather, Nico Harrison attended the SMU basketball game here in Dallas.
He was scouting for players that he'll end up trading once they become valuable.
According to the Dallas Morning News.
Cheap asswipe.
Students were seen in a video chanting, quote, "Fire Nico."
He goes to the other basketball game. Everyone's chanting it. Can you imagine that? Like, I know he kind of had to do it for business reasons because they're cheap douchebags. But can you imagine everywhere you go, you're disliked? What a moron. Mark Cuban, dude. Like, who do you think you are, bro? Nico Harrison, it's just, you can't tell fans what and what not to do. If it was F Nico as a chant, I would get it. But you come off so sensitive, and it almost makes your franchise look worse when you're kicking everybody out of there. But thank God I'm not a Dallas fan. I'm a suffering Bulls fan.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning. RyanHoppeRadio.com